All right, here we go again. Buckle up.
You are listening to the Law Enforcement Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right, so that's one of the things that's a pet peeve of mine. Those, let me turn this down just like a little bit, is those see-through fence swimming pools, whether it's a apartment complex or a housing area, especially when it's open to the main road, especially like that. That's a pretty well-traveled road. Right. It's difficult to set up the stock, but you don't know what catches somebody's attention. We've had a ton of missing persons cases unsolved, a ton of cases of violence against women, children, even men in this day and age. Uh, so you don't know what triggered that person. They could have been driving past the swimming pool, and the woman or the child was in their skimpy skimpies trying to find the yoo-hoo man, and the oh no man came along. So, you know, sometimes people dress, even kids dress skimpy and flash to get somebody's attention, and then they get the wrong attention. So my theory always is to put a solid walls, or if you have a fence, you don't have to do anything other than cause the see-through not to exist in just a general area. There is some sort of, I noticed there was some sort of guardrail. It doesn't look sufficient. I don't even know if it's wood or metal on the inside, but the placement of that guardrail makes it almost useless. That's a difficult situation there. I would definitely look into a traffic wall. I went by yesterday. I mean, that place was loaded with people, and where that building is, they're all around the building on the grass, on their towels. The pool was full, so there's multiple reasons to address the issue. If I was a parent, I would not let my kids swim there for safety issues. But let's say other pools don't have safety issues, but it's a kind of a road where people travel by. Like if it's in the middle of your apartment complex, yeah, there's issues there, but not as big as just some stranger coming along. So I would definitely require some privacy, and they have systems that aren't expensive where you could um, create that privacy without having to change out a fence or anything like that. They have panels, and even stuff you can weed through that or weave through that fence and cut down visibility. Yeah, that was one of the problems I saw in Kansas big time, everywhere. You're on a main road and there's a pool with people in their uh, skivvies, but just about. If sometimes even worse. I mean, some people their skivvies have more area covered than their swimming suits. So a lot of them were young people, and I said things online as far as the broadcast, but I didn't actually do what I did here. It shows there's additional power for that here in Pennsylvania. And that could be PennDOT power and some of the other powers, police powers. Right? I mean, you may have a crime of violence and not know how that crime of violence happened, and sometimes somebody picks up on somebody, while driving down the road, stalks them or I guess it's violence and sex crime, stalks them for a while and then attacks at a later date, and then you don't tie it to the swimming pool necessarily. So definitely look for that type of issue. Um, Based upon the number of attendees in that pool, there's not enough going on there as far as guardrails and keeping them safe from vehicles exiting the roadway. And see, that's how due diligence works too. So, like, if the police department brings that up to the county commissioners or whoever, then the police department gets credit. Then you don't drive. It's harder to curse you to drive off the road. It really is. So again, could that officer have been cursed to drive off the road? Yeah, possibly. But your entity lost protection, I'm sure of it. The way it came through. So again, you need protection, so you need not the deep state in the Pennsylvania State Police. So no racketeering favors for Senator Fetterman. You have to stop those. I doubt that's happening. So we know it's not Fetterman. Although it could be unnamed former Pennsylvania attorney generals or general. Well, she's done it before. She can do it again. Same type of thing. Deep state racketeering. Disgracing her family. That was mighty big, honestly big of Montgomery County to take notice and protect the person. It happens all the time. People are not protected from that type of official racketeering. It was kind of almost a landmark case. An anti-deep state activity. Right. Had a little difficulty on the map finding exactly where it was, but eventually I got to it. I said PNC Bank in Banksville, and that got me there. I knew where that was the landmark. I knew where it was. No, none of your your pool should have privacy on the inside. So that way, imagine. I don't know if you do. I don't know how they do those, but I imagine you have some sort of control on the inside of those facilities. You know who's there. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you just show a ID. I don't know. Right, but you don't know who's peeping. Right. Yeah, the guardrail. It's actually there. That's even is insufficient. It looks like it's been dinged a couple times. So I mean, it stops, but when you think about bigger vehicles, again, we have trouble with semis and trucks and. So I was trying to figure a method for. There's nothing really feasible. Well, because if you're doing a traffic stop, methods to protect officers on those vehicle inspections and traffic stops too. I mean, but we just don't have a system, and there probably couldn't be. Again, if you pulled over your trucks, if you did a traffic stop near a particular spot where you could actually pull them off the road. So if you built things further off the road, open lots for truck inspection purposes. I guess over the years, we kind of what it is. This is one of those things where you missed because it could have been done, because you'd have so many of them that nobody would know exactly, where they would be pulled over, and you have them drive forward until they hit that spot, right? And you pull them off into a lot. Which again, which again, see, when you think about metaphysics, getting away from that malevolent glare that the evil eye is. So even on a traffic stop, I used to heal traffic stops all the time. I still do, but I used to verbally do it while I was, broadcasting while I was driving. And I tell people, remember to heal the traffic stops because they're cursing you at the traffic stops. They're either cursing you or the other person. So somebody's getting cursed. You're probably both getting cursed. That's why sometimes that's one of the reasons a traffic stop degrades, because you're both being cursed by people that are pro-police and people that are anti-police. Actually, that's what a traffic stop is. Curse meets curse. It's one of the more dangerous things that you can do in life, is be part of a traffic stop or conduct a traffic stop. Well, if we would have thought years ago we need lots on our, like, let's say 1969. I-95 wasn't even completed yet. Still had sections where you had to drive off the road. I think it was Baltimore or something. You had to drive off the road at Baltimore, and then you could get up, and then you get back on in near Center City, near the piers in Philadelphia, or something like that. But if we would have thought, hey, we need lots for vehicle inspections every so many miles, we'd have them by now. Right. So that's still a possibility. Anytime you put a lot in like that, it's known, so they know that area is an area that, again, if you're doing vehicle inspections for the sake of doing vehicle inspections versus, a driver infraction leading to a vehicle inspection, then you could do that very easily. Might even, right. Somebody just put in their mind there might be a couple open lots actually on some of our roads already, in some of the PennDOT areas. Right. So we might want to look into. I don't know what road they were on. I didn't look for sure there. I got to look, but find any lots that the state owns, or maybe some of the local governments even have lots. I guess they wouldn't go up onto the highway though. I was thinking of the exit ramps, but most exit ramps are almost worse. Of course, it's a little safer as far as traffic and speed, but sometimes, it could be a little dangerous. And there is a benefit of being on the highway, because if you get jumped and somebody trying to steal your gun or whatever, citizen could generally see you and help you. The more isolated it becomes. But again, if you use lots, you can put you put cameras on lots. That's what I would do. Because again, if you find something, you bring a canine in, you'd have it on camera. Actually, you have it on your cars too, but. So I would definitely just, whatever entity handles the semi inspections, look into what lots you have, maybe dressing them up a little bit, or putting in new lots, and telling the officers, unless it's, absolutely impossible, use the lots. Get off the highway. Now, there's some circumstances, obviously, like even if you're conducting what happens sometimes is, obvious there's intelligence about vehicles transporting narcotics or human trafficking victims. They're not always going to tell you that, even if it makes it to the public in the news. So even if you're engaged in that, you could probably make it so you would be near a lot, and it'd be much safer also. There's, I hate to bash on immigrants, although they earned it. Some of the crap they're into, right? But there's a video they used to show in Officer Survival. It may even have been black and white. I can't remember. It's on. I think I saw it on YouTube. It's this big Texas. I think he could be a trooper or a sheriff's deputy. I can't remember which one. But he's a big guy. I mean, he's like Trump's size, but younger. And I think it was like, I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 immigrants that he pulls out of the vehicle, and they all bum rush him at a certain point. Like he's cool about it. They're cool about it up until that point. Again, this is important. The importance of officer survival. This is the importance of they're hardworking people. They look like hardworking people to that officer, and landscaping crew or construction or something. But they bum rushed and killed you. I'm not sure if they got his gun or they had a gun. I think it's on YouTube. Big fella. There's 5 little guys, and they bum rush you at a certain point. So that's also why ICE does it the way they do it. And it's no telling when they're, and you Democrats are causing them to go crazy. I don't know. Josh goes up to the line. I don't think he steps over the line. Where he's actively causing them to get themselves in trouble. In fact, people that ended up dead are because of the Democrats, not because of ICE. ICE was doing their job. Even the guy that did the wrong thing, I think there's one allegation that somebody lied, did the wrong thing. That's all because the Democrats whooped it up in that direction, and it caused a mental instability in the dude, and he did the wrong thing. And again, they're protecting, curses and devils and demons are doing stuff to the officers on top of the physical and psychological efforts. Thank you, Larry. So I'm working on designing my frame for the altar top. It's going to have, wood to the sides and the front. I could probably do a quick one with the molding I have, and then later design something maybe with, Mogen David's Stars of David and some lion heads or something on it. I was ready to heal last time when my leg got injured. I was starting to heal, and they saw it. Don't let them tell you they saw something where I was becoming more dangerous or something. It's one of their scams. And then my knee got hurt. It feels like it's getting there. Hopefully it is. I'm not really using all that much aspirin. I think 1 a day, which you're supposed to do anyway. But usually I use the 85 or whatever. I'm using the 325. This is the weird part. Is I haven't used Bayer for a while. I drove past Bayer, and like within a week or two, I started using Bayer again. Now, it wasn't because I went by it. It was foresight. Right? Like get my injury and then use Bayer. So again, you probably want to go by your pools and do a quick inspection. I guess the county could do it. Just look at physical safety stuff, and again, also if you could recommending it today. It might take you 10 years to do it, but as long as you recommend it, or you could maybe have excess funds at the end of the year. Well, you should have privacy at your swimming locations from major roads. I would suggest it from every road. You should have something around your pools that doesn't allow people outside the pool area to see into it. That's just common sense. It's been around since at least the 1970s. But again, because again, they say, oh, victim shaming. No, it's not victim shaming. It's keeping yourself safe. You start with that garbage. But a traffic wall designed as to work as a guardrail also which is probably almost every traffic wall, would be a great idea, and it would look much nicer. Pull all those guardrails out and just put up do some brick face on it or whatever. That would look great, and then would actually cut down on both risks: the stalker voyeurism, or even somebody that just quick looks at somebody then picks up stalking, because there's really not an area to stalk too easily there. It's kind of not much sidewalk. I think across the road there may have been a hill on the other side. I can't remember. It may have been from there. They would be able to see. But again, I would just put up a traffic wall. Take all the guardrails out. Put up a traffic wall, and that would be it. Well, stay peaceful. Praise God, and all that you do. Praise God.